We're excited to be here today as we celebrate the groundbreaking for the Grove at Keith Creek.
It's been a long time coming to get here. Obviously, lots more work to be done, but we would not have gotten here without collaboration and teamwork. It brings me great pride to see that this site get developed and that we bring families here to better their lives, give them more opportunities.
A couple months ago, I get a call from my daughter who lives in Santa Monica, and she said, "Dad, there's a Facebook page that says stopgorman.com. And what is that?" And I said, well, we have a project in Rockford, Illinois that's has some controversy to it. And it's going to take some courage to get it done.
But I saw a community that did not run from the conversation. You did not run from it. You walked toward it. You embraced it. And because of that, we are here today.
I came in 2010 and the groundwork had already been started. So to think back about time, this is really 6-7 years in the making.
Well, we're in it for the long term with Rockford and the Rockford Housing Authority. We were chosen a community partner in 2008, 8 years ago, and we intend to be working with the community for decades.
I'm very proud of having a grand opening here today because there were significant obstacles to get to where we are today. And I'm very proud of our capital partners because they did not falter when things were difficult. And frankly, neither did our staff.
You know what? Don't let nobody feel sorry for Rockford, Illinois. Don't, right? We're gonna be just fine because of the good people right here. Good friends like Gary, Gorman, and others. We're gonna be just fine.
How can you hate me when you don't know me?
When I saw my neighbors start this petition, when they said this meeting was going to be, I thought, oh my God, this is going to be a doozy. I mean, I knew it was going to be troublesome.
I quickly realized that there was a really big disconnect in understanding our company, understanding our purpose, understanding the process. This was a very purposeful and intentional housing from design to construction finish.
I saw that story. I was out of town when the forum happened at Gregory, and I saw in the news the pictures of the people yelling and screaming. And my heart goes out to folks who come out of a place of real anxiety.
I went early because I'm hard of hearing and I wanted to sit up front. So I was trapped because I was right up front.
When you look back now, well over a year ago, when you think about Gregory School in that meeting, you had some residents who were really unsure of what was happening. Those dynamics into an 85-degree-plus day in the middle of July in a gymnasium that doesn't have air conditioning, I think you're in for a difficult meeting. I think it was a perfect storm.
I was embarrassed to be there. I was embarrassed that I live in that neighborhood. I was embarrassed that people might think I felt the same way as they did. It was heartbreaking. I tear up just thinking about it, and I had some black friends who were there, not sitting with me, but they were back, and they were texting me saying, I need to get out of here. I can't listen to this. They had to sit there and listen to this stuff as if they'd done something wrong by just living, by just being.
I certainly understand individuals' fears. Quite honestly, at the beginning I probably had some of the same preconceptions that others have. You look back and see what the federal government, what our state and local governments have done, it's been pretty atrocious.
I think people have a picture in their mind of what housing authority property would look like, what affordable housing looks like, and it's set in what they know from the 1960s and the 1970s.
We need to make sure that we are caring, providing access and opportunities for every single person.
We can't just expect people to understand those dynamics, and we can't just expect people to automatically like us. When we're able to, put down our gloves, open our ears, and take a moment to hear, ultimately the relationship starts to build. You know, what we're seeing when residents walk into these units at the Grove is, you know, excitement, smiles, happiness, disbelief. Inasmuch as the community didn't believe we would really build it that way, sadly our residents didn't either.
Some of the neat things are built into the apartments. From my perspective, it's you've got a washer and dryer, you've got new appliances, you've got new stoves, but as the residents come out, it's kind of, you forget that it's exciting that you have a doorbell now. You have a front door you can see out of. You have central air conditioning. You have, again, the washer and dryer is always a big aha moment for everyone.
When you go from a development that is well maintained but poorly designed into a development in a unit that has quality construction that, you know, has the same features and benefits other residents in our community want and have in many cases, your feeling is of excitement, of I'm worthy of this. That's what we wanted our residents to see, and that's what Gorman set out to do and made the promise to deliver as our partner, and they're doing that. They're clearly doing that.
They're very welcoming. Like, I heard how bad it was when we met at Gregory School. I didn't go there, but I heard that it was horrible. So I felt like the experience at Heartland was completely different. They welcomed us in. All of the neighbors from the Grove came out and they welcomed me and my baby. I didn't feel like they were looking at us like you shouldn't be here. I felt like they came to try to get to know us.
Me and my family live kind of right around the corner, and to hear you say that you can't go outside is really sad, because like our neighborhood, anybody that lives around, like as soon as it hits 55, you know, there's families walking with dogs and everybody. And that's kind of how we get to know each other, so we'll see you around.
I just want to congratulate you guys, you know, for moving the project forward, especially with such a, you know, a long year and a half battle of moving forward.
It means a lot to me, being able to go to work every day and come home and pay my bills and not have to worry about it. And then moving to the Grove, you're moving out of Rockford Housing Authority, so that gives you a chance to be able to build up even more. I'm me. I'm just like you. I don't look at myself as being a Black single mom. I look at myself as just being a single mom. I feel like the Grove has a completely different set of love. It's a love for our community, to bring us all in as one and not look at each other as being different.
Part of the strategic plan regarding Fairgrounds is 3 phases. I mean, phase 1 is the Grove.
Phase 2 and Phase 3 of Fairgrounds is going to take us beyond the movement to a new neighborhood.
The quality of the developments. I mean, it's to have washer, dryer, to have air conditioning, to have appliances in your kitchen, to have a front door with a doorbell. When you have that, I would think that most folks would want to keep that. They don't want to disrupt that, right?
all folks should have access to high quality housing. And when all folks have access, what you see is the change in outcomes for folks who now were touched by a respectful environment of quality housing that was affordable. When you transform public housing to a private model, ultimately that housing provides that access to opportunity. It's integrated into the community. They're no longer treated like they're not important. We set out to launch the Grove and do this work of really bringing an end to public housing in Rockford. And when you get past the not in my backyard fear, neighbors become neighbors and a community starts to grow. There's a lot of intentionality that goes into the design and the location of housing. There's a lot of intentionality that goes into the communication around what we're doing. And ultimately, that intentionality is to connect people.
I don't want people to be afraid to come to the Grove at Keith Creek. There's a lot of hurt feelings with the year-and-a-half battle. You have to let that go. If you let that consume you, it just gets really toxic.
This has been a long day coming. Challenging, but well worth it. We're here, and this is going to complement this neighborhood like you won't believe.
We've gone from thinking about this development as a possibility and something to overcome to a positive place now where folks will be moving shortly and have access to opportunity.
It's going to be an asset to the community, it's going to be an asset to the city, but more importantly, it's going to be very instrumental in the development of the residents that are currently at Fairgrounds.
We can say that we did it. We did it. We did it because you wanted it. We did it because it was the right thing to do. And I am grateful that I can say today that we have gotten there on phase one.